I guess the easiest place to start is, how do you feel? Relieved?
I feel elated. It is something that we've been wanting to showcase to the world right since this company was founded, and since I joined as CEO, I knew this was the moment we would show and how emotional it would be. And then we waited until we were ready, and that was really the key, and today was the day we were ready. And oh my goodness, the whole company is so proud, and we were just thrilled to be able to showcase to the world what it is we're going to do as we open up access to space.
A lot of the event was about Richard. Richard was front and center, but as the CEO of the commercial business, what does today represent for you? What does it allow you to do?
Well, two things. I think for the world, it allows us to show that something people never thought was going to happen in their lifetimes is actually happening now, right? The ability for regular people to be able to go to space. And it will take years to really get the scale of it up, but I think we showed today what that is going to be like and a taste of that going forward. So that was huge. And then at a business level, this was one of the remaining flight tests that we need to do as we move into commercial service. So we've got two more. This one was perfect.
When is commercial service?
So we've talked about commercial service being 22. Kind of early 22, first half 22, we'll figure that out as we get through the next two test flights, and then we're going to take all of our ships down for basically kind of some extended maintenance as we move into commercial service and make them more robust so we can turn the flight rate faster. But we're really looking forward to it. This was a giant step forward today.
As you know, I chatted to the governor of the state of New Mexico, and she has her eye on the future, which is the manufacturing of spaceships and local jobs. Do you see that being done here in New Mexico as an extension of spaceport, or how will you do it?
So New Mexico has been tremendous with the vision to build this spaceport, with the vision for the early partnership, and the governor and her team have been tremendous allies of us, and patient as we get here. And as I talked to the governor, now as we start to ramp towards commercial service, and in particular as we scale our fleet up, this is going to be an active place. If you can kind of imagine what we saw here happening on a daily basis, imagine the activity that can come around the spaceport. And I think that's going to be really important, not only for us as a company, but to bring vibrancy and vitality to this community. And I think that's what New Mexico's been waiting for.
I'm curious, did Richard Branson pay for his seat to go up, or was this one on the company?
All told, Richard probably has the most expensive ticket,
okay,
right? Along the way. But for this particular one, he flew as part of our crew, so he would test the private astronaut experience. And who else would you want if you're in my role to then come back and interview somebody and say, great, what was brilliant, and anything else we need to adapt? And we'll take that feedback and ensure that when we do start commercial service, it's going to be brilliant for everybody.
So sales are currently closed. There are some who have basically a place in line which they held with a small deposit. How much more than $250,000 is their ticket actually going to cost them when you do go back on sale?
So we are, over time, the goal of the company is to make space accessible. And so over time, you want to drive prices down. That will require a fleet to be expanded, things like that. And in the beginning, the price is likely to go up. We haven't shared our pricing yet. That will come probably after our next flight and as we open up sales after that second flight. And we'll bring that forward there. So I do expect the price to go up from where it was at the beginning. I think the value of this is kind of unimaginable. And that's really what we're going to focus on, is ensuring that the value is there for the astronauts who come. I think they're going to come back and have something to tell for the rest of their lives. And that's what we're focused on right now.
Well, in your estimation, how many people are there out there that are willing to spend $250,000 for just a few minutes of weightlessness?
Yeah. There are, I think, far more people that, especially after you've seen today, would want to come, and they'll see the value in this, far more people than we have the ability to supply right now. And that's really the business opportunity and the business task for us, is to scale our fleet. So we're going to finish this flight test program. We have our Spaceship 3 class, 2 ships being built that will also move into commercial service after they do their testing. And then we'll be working on scaling the fleet through even a more production level ship. That's when it really gets exciting.
Was Sunday's event about selling tickets? Was that really what it was about?
This event was about showcasing to the world what this Virgin Galactic experience is going to be. And this event was part of our incredible safety diligent program to make sure that we go step by step so that when we do open this up for commercial service, We've done all that needs to be done, so it's an amazing and anchored in safety experience. And that's what today was about.
Finally, investors seem to see a future for the business model. I'm doing some back of the napkin math, but 6 passengers at around $250,000 a pop, 1.5 million, 400 to 500,000 cost per launch. Is that on the right track? You're looking at pretty significant margins here.
Hey, we could use you as a financial analyst
Well, you
here,
tell
because we've
me.
got some pro formas to build out on this one. I think the financial model here is going to be very robust. I do think this is a supply constrained market. I think it'll be that way for a while. It does cost a decent amount to go to space, but our ships are reusable. The vast majority of what we build is a reusable spaceship, and that will allow us to have good flow through when we get the economics moving and scaling. So I think when you start to see us enter commercial service, we're going to have great unit economics, and then as we start to scale the fleet up, I think you're going to see incredible flow through. And that's a great business to be, because we can take that economic engine and now plow it into where will the company be going forward.
But is it
That's a great
really
business.
software company level margins that you guys are hoping for?
I think you're going to see some really solid margins out of this, and it's because we're going to lead with value. And that's really when you're going to have a business that matters to people, you have to deliver the value to them. I think what you saw today, there's no comparison in the world. And so we're going to ensure that we deliver the value for people, and I think the economics will come out of that. You focus on your guests, you focus on your consumer, focus on your future astronauts, and as we bring them into being astronauts, I think they're going to be thrilled.
I did want to ask you very quickly about Beth Moses. She's going to be responsible for training these future civilian paying customer astronauts. She seems really committed. Obviously, this is her second time going up. I mean, can you just tell me how important a role she will play going forward for this company?
Beth's amazing. And if you ever were going to pick someone to get you prepared to go to space, it's Beth Moses. And her role's crucial, because when people arrive at Spaceport America, as much excitement is there will be a moment of, oh my goodness, this is real now, am I ready? And that's what Beth does, is she gets the future astronauts ready to become astronauts. That's what she did with the crew today. They were really ready. You could see it from the smiles on their faces. And that's what she's going to do with all of our future astronauts going forward.